Hello. So I gotta talk to you guys for a moment here while I walk through this lush atmosphere. But first, let's go through this portal, right? So I haven't been playing Tekken 8 in a long time. In fact, I'll show you. I haven't played it since April the 2nd, and that is 22 days. 22 days of consecutive non Tekken. That is probably, oh, let me turn that off. That is probably the most I haven't played Tekken 8 in like a very long time. Ever since I've taken my break and stuff, like way back when I was frustrated playing Azucena and all that stuff. So now we're at a point where I ask this question: will Tekken 8 ever be played again? Well, let me answer you this question as simple as possible. Throughout this year that I've been playing Tekken 8, it has been quite the rocky one. Me playing Azucena, going through the trials and tribulations, and having all of you see me rage and all this fun stuff. But again, to answer as simply as possible, no. No, I don't believe I'll be playing Tekken 8 again. Why? Well, the devs have shown, even though that they've said they're going to revert things, I believe the damage has been done, and it won't be enough, in my opinion. It won't be enough to mitigate the damage that has been dealt for all this time, especially with Season 2 stuff. So, with that being said, yeah, I'm gonna keep the streak going because I have no purpose there. I have been happy playing other things, and pretty soon I'm going to be hosting for the very first time a Tekken 7 tournament, which is very scary because I haven't done that ever. I've always joined in tournaments like that. I've never hosted one before, so that is going to be a very different experience altogether. And hopefully, you guys can join me in that. Have as much fun as possible because that's the goal here, to have as much fun as possible with little to no stress going forward. So, that's what's up, you know? Just look at this. And you have people that are still playing Tekken 8 as we speak. On the topic of Tekken 8, it has been very, I won't say jarring, but very interesting looking at Twitter and seeing everybody either throw shit into the fan and spread more shit when they talk about Tekken 8, or just posting their little, oh, I got god with blank blank character. As time went on, rank and the meaning behind getting a certain rank dwindled. The message, the struggle, it became less and less of a epic thing and more of a, oh, okay, well, I just like forced my way into it. That's what it feels like now. You've forced your way into this rank with Season 2 madness, and the meaning behind going through all the trials and tribulation, a normal way is now diminished, and now you're left with this husk of what used to be. Compare my journey between Tekken 7 and Tekken 8. Sure, Tekken 8 has been harder, but, you know, it's not harder in the fact that, you know, I can eventually make it through. No, dude, it has been literal hell. Mainly because the game has been so unbalanced, and I can't seem to break through this new age way of fighting with this weird bar filled with blue Mountain Dew, you know. It just not possible. So, you know, and you look back at Tekken 7, I remember death matching Ling Xiaoyu to get a rank. I think it was Byaku or something. And then death matching an Armor King to get Emperor. You know, the times like that, those were the interesting ones because they meant, oh, what's this? GPS, nice. They meant a lot more than they do now. So yeah, I will say that Tekken 7 was the more rewarding and harder journey, mainly because it felt better, right? It felt way better. I really want to put this GPS thing away, but I guess I'm stuck with it. So yeah, man, that's where we are. You know, people are still playing Tekken 8, so good for them. But me personally, I can never do it again. I can never do it again, and that's fine. That is fine with me. My focus is having as much fun as possible while sharing those experiences with all of you. That is the main goal here. That is why I turn on this camera. Well, not in the camera right now. That's why I'm recording this video in a lot of pain because I've mentioned since Tuesday, you know, I've done leg day, so my legs, my calves are on fire. So I'm currently recovering, and you know that's why I haven't been recording lately. One, because I haven't had a topic to talk about until today, and two, I've been writhing in pain. But that's the price you have to pay when you want to look strong or be strong. So there's that. But other than that, um, I just again I have to thank if you've made it to this far into this video, which I hope you have, because you know why not, man? Take a listen, take a gander. Again, just want to thank you all for all the support. You know, I've been very happy making things these past couple weeks, and it shows. You know, my content is much more positive. You know, I literally told everyone, if you play Tekken, play this game. You know, it'll help with all the mental fatigue and stuff. So I've been spreading out good messages and stuff. And kitty, kitty cat, look at the cat. He's sleeping. Let's not disturb the orange cat. Anyway, yeah, so with all the positivity, I think things are becoming a lot better. And that is the ultimate goal, guys. So before I go ahead and wrap this video up, once again, Tekken 7 tournament is coming real soon, and I can't wait to host it. See you guys there.